was like, huh? Y'all, I'm new at this, so bear with me. And I have to tell you, I now understand why they were giving us free booze backstage in the green room. And I don't know if y'all know this, but accountants love free stuff. Not because it's free, but because the profit margin on free shit is mind-blowing. When I first decided to do this, most of the people on my Facebook page could not believe that I was going to do this. In fact, y'all, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to get a picture put up on my wall. Count of three, I need y'all to say cheers and wave now. Dude, why didn't you wave? Y'all hold up, it's going to take me a minute to tag everybody. As Tommy said, I'm Tammy Bailey. I'm from Marietta, Georgia. But originally, is this too short? Originally, I'm from Athens, Georgia. Home of the Georgia Bulldogs. Home of the B-52s. REM. And my mama, Maisie T. You know, my mama says some funny stuff. She is a Southern lady, born and raised in the South. She stands just a little over 5 feet tall. She's what we call a smoofer. If y'all don't know what a smoofer is, it's actually somebody that is so short, when they fart, they blow sand in their tennis shoes. It's really not funny, it's real annoying for my mom, you know. Now, my mama's getting old like many of our parents are. I shouldn't say old. She's cruising gracefully into her senior years. And sometimes the water gets a little choppy, especially when she's dealing with computers and things that are kind of foreign to her. I called her last week, and Mama answered the phone, and she said, "Oh, sugar, I'm so glad you called. I'm having a terrible time with my intranet." She said, "I'm doing a little research over here on the Civil War." Because I guess she didn't know how that shit turned out. She said, "So I gaggled it. And now your daddy's yelling at me because I've given this darn computer the flu. Seems I pulled up a bad urinal." I said, "Okay, Mom, as I understand it, you've given your computer a virus because you pulled up a bad URL. So I just need you to close all the applications and reboot your computer." She said, "Sugar, I can't just boot this computer. Another computer's going to cost me way too much money. I don't think you know what you're talking about. I'm just going to call that Greek squad." "Okay, Mama, you go ahead and do that." Now, my mama's actually a very intelligent woman, and for many years she was the entertainment editor at the newspaper in Athens. And as such, she got some pretty cool tickets to concerts and things back in the 70s. But many times she didn't know what the hell she was doing, where she was going, who she was seeing. But she loved to come home and taunt those tickets at us, you know. "Ooh, I got tickets to the REO Speed Cart." Look at here, I get to go interview the Walnut Brothers." I said, "Who?" "Well, you know, they sing that song, The Ramblin' Wreck." "Who?" "Oh, The Ramblin' Hamlin man, Mama. You mean the Allman Brothers. Oh, that's right. I knew it was some kind of a nut. Too bad she couldn't gaggle it back then. Sometimes she even botched up the name of a movie. One night at dinner, she looked at all of us and said, "Has anyone seen that new movie starring Oprah Winfrey called The Colored People?" I had to correct her on that one, y'all, because I was afraid in Clark County she'd go and get her ass whooped. And Mama was a pretty good sport when you corrected her, unless it had something to do with food or cooking. Y'all, my mama was a fabulous, still is, gourmet cook. Y'all, I believe she set these fat cells in place by the time I was 2. While y'all were eating Cheerios and milk, my Cheerios were on an English muffin, covered in hollandaise, little crab meat sprinkled on top. And I ate it because it was tasty and because I was a card-carrying member of the Clean the Plate Club. But Mama had this one dish that she made, and we loved it. Y'all will know the dish as chicken parmesan. My mama called it Parmesan chicken. You'd think we'd have caught on to that because, you know, we all sprinkled it on our spaghetti, right? Except my mama called that shaky cheese. You shook it on your food, right? Shaky. Now, you wouldn't think it'd be much of a problem that she mispronounced the thing, but several years passed and my brother had moved to New Orleans, taking a job there, and I got a frantic call from him one night. We were probably in our late 20s. "Baby sister, our mother has done us a terrible injustice." I said, "Oh, Lord, what's the little smoofer done now?" He said, "I have just returned from a very important business dinner with the president and the vice president of my company. And when the waiter came around, I proudly ordered up some Parmesan chicken." He said, "Baby sister, the president of my company had the pleasure of looking at me like an idiot and correcting my pronunciation on something I should have known." I said, "Brother, I'm sorry, but I got to tell you, I'm surprised you're just out figuring that out. I figured that out a long time ago." And he said, "Well, you eat more than I do." I said, "I take the rules of the Clean the Plate Club very seriously." So a couple months passed and my brother decided he would come home for the holidays. He asked my mama to whip up some of her tasty Parmesan chicken. And she did, and y'all, it was the best Parmesan chicken Mama ever made. We sat around the table when it was over, patting our bellies and complimenting the chef, when like a lightning bolt out of nowhere, my brother decides he's going to right the wrong. He said, "Mama, that's the best Parmesan chicken I believe you've ever made. And I sure do appreciate you going to all this trouble. But I got to tell you, Mama, you've been pronouncing it wrong all these many years. It's not Parmesan chicken, Mama. It's chicken Parmesan." Little old Maisie stood back and cocked her head and said, "Well, I don't suppose it matters because I don't make it very often." My brother says, "And Mama, you're pronouncing that word wrong. the T in that word is silent. It's not often, it's often. To which my mother replied, well, I thought often was someone with no parents. But if I've given y'all a hankering for some Parmesan chicken, when y'all get home, get on the internet and gaggle that shit, but be careful not to pull up a bad urinal.